rid that sight. I got you in my sight, so far out of sight. I'm gonna fight the good fight. Choose your battles. I'm gonna make sure I dismantle and I'ma handle.
What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the Room podcast, episode number 14. Thank you for joining us today. What's good with y'all? How y'all doing?
What up?
Doing? I know Brandon feeling good. He's been rapping.
Yeah, I can catch a verse here or two.
Shit.
Well, hey, glad y'all here. Y'all didn't make a mistake clicking on this. We got some things in store for y'all today. As always, we're with our boys.
Gotta fix my eyebrows.
We are with our boys.
Joey, Drake, and myself, Brandon. Missing our boy Rizzo, but, you know, he's special appearance when he comes on board.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He's extra special when it's rare, you know what I'm saying?
Special guest.
When it's rare, it's special.
Yeah. When it's rare, it's special.
Yeah, no lie about that.
True shit.
He'll be on.
How y'all been doing? How y'all been doing?
Shit, same old, man.
1 week after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Finished those leftovers yet?
I never
He didn't
had
get any
leftovers.
Come on.
They were like, nah, you can't get shit.
I know, right?
You gotta just go home.
No, you piece of shit.
Honestly, I didn't get much leftovers either, but because it was enough for like a couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, man, all this week I've had so much going on. Not only like with the car, but like school and shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like next week is my last semester. Then I'll have one more semester and I'm graduating.
Semesters are
Crazy.
quarter.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
How many weeks are in a quarter for that?
It's like, depending on the
season?
course, it's like 12, 16 weeks. Some are 8 weeks. It really depends on what you want. But, you know, the lower the weeks, the more work you're doing. So like 8 weeks is like
And your
busting your
John,
ass.
cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity, yeah.
I bet. Ooh, big money.
So like,
Yeah.
I know with your schooling, like you had some support getting started, but now is it the same way or it's a little different? I mean, like, you know, because today's topic for y'all is challenges, and also we got a little bit of news with the information on the MK5 Toyota Supra collaborating with BMW. I'm sure most of y'all are aware of that.
Yeah.
The reason why, not only because they wanted performance, there was some things they went through with BMW where they wanted more reliability, and it was difficult to work with them. Don't get me wrong here. It's just because there's legal problems they were facing with having it available in Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's going to be discussed later on. And
Well, that was the
You
main-
kinda just
you just
discussed
said
it
it. Yeah, that was literally what the article said.
that was the summit.
That was literally
That was the summary?
That, What I sent in the text message was the summary of.
Yeah, that's literally.
All right, well, hopefully Joey might have a little bit more.
Nope.
That's all I got.
That's all I got.
Seems like Brandon got that one.
Well, there you go.
All right, well, back to
All right,
Drake
yeah,
in
back
school.
to the beginning part because you seemed like you were gonna ask a question.
Yeah.
And
No,
then
I
you
do
went
have
to
a question.
BMW.
I do have a question. I
Damn,
just want to
I can see why.
I just want to introduce a little bit of
Messed up.
what's in store for this episode number 14.
Well, I mean, you were about to ask me a question. in
Yeah,
regards to school.
and here it is.
Oh,
And here
So
it is.
this is year number 2 or 3
what do you mean?
for
Year?
college.
Oh, I would say it would be 2 years.
And you told me that your mom, you know, sacrificed some money to help you get into school.
Oh yeah, for sure. My mom definitely helped me because I don't make that much to be able to do it.
It's expensive. So
is, yeah.
and now like with currently
Yeah.
same deal where
Yeah, she's definitely helped me, but I've actually, luckily enough to FedEx, you know, they take care of me as well. I get tuition reimbursement, so I take advantage of that. As long as I get good grades, they will take care of me.
That's
Do you
a-
get good grades?
Good job, bro. That's a nice job. Yeah.
I mean, I don't get the best, but I definitely pass for sure.
Yeah.
But that's my main goal is to learn it as well. But that should be kind of hard. So, intaking the information and passing everything is quite difficult.
Now, for what you're for online schools,
Yeah.
like, so your shit is cybersecurity.
Yeah.
So you're taking cybersecurity courses.
hmm
Like, what are those courses?
So pretty much like you'll be doing like Linux. That's one that I'm doing right now. Like more of like learning Wireshark and stuff like that. So like tactics or instruments to pretty much like, you know, you're kind of just what we've really been doing. What I've noticed is like learning network traffic. So for an example of, you know, someone's having an issue or someone gets in contact with some type of malware or like some type of Trojan, we'll try to trace that and learn more of the instruments on how to like look those things up. But I mean, learning more like, you know, acronyms, like pretty much everything of IT, you know, just about. So even though I'm going for cybersecurity, I'm learning more about like information technology, you know.
Okay.
Just like the more back end, you know, how to troubleshoot PCs, like, you know, more of stuff that's hands-on. So like if I were to pretty much get in the position where I want to be IT help desk, which I don't really want to, but like service, let's say service desktop.
Yeah.
You'd rather be the one implementing new software or technology to advance, or the one to troubleshoot and fix the bug, rather than receiving a phone call.
Generally,
you know, to like, hey, can you do this? And you just, you know, you kind of rather be understanding the root and the codes and the process to.
There's a lot to it, man. Especially like with Linux, it's like a language. You're learning like command lines and certain commands to do what you want to do.
So you want to be a coder?
I don't want to be a coder.
Oh, okay, that's what my mom does, because she can teach you a whole lot of shit.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes, there's so many different, like cybersecurity isn't just one thing. Cybersecurity is like so many other things. Like there's networking, there's security basis. There's so many different versions of cybersecurity. So when it comes to like what I'm trying to do, I want to be more on the security side to kind of like prevent the company from getting pretty much hacked.
Okay.
So I want to monitor like the whole like network pretty much.
It'll be like counterterrorism type shit.
Yeah, you're kind of just making sure that no one's trying to do anything or
trying to get to your fucking what's it called? Trying to get to the through the
database.
Yeah.
Or like into the router or whatever, or trying to get to.
I forgot the topic.
Server?
I forgot the topic. It'll come to me. I'll be like.
Yeah,
you know, I used to lay fiber and work in the data centers, and that clearance was
firewall
necessary before even getting hired. So just being in the data center, not knowing anything about the devices or whatnot that's going on in these huge facilities, you know, that'd
be like a system administrator.
It is very crucial.
Yeah.
That your name is clear, you know, clearance, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean that's obviously, with that being said, and the importance of having someone not like a foreign agent or a foreign whatever interfere. Yeah, that's a very, 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 very like important.
Yeah, because it's not exactly like,
and that's what you want to prevent. That's what you want to do. You want to help prevent that.
Exactly, and it's not even just like the whole like cloud aspect of someone trying to hack into the system from across the country. It's more of, as well as like employees for one. That's like one of the worst things and the most vulnerable things about any type of company. It could even be
an American interfering with an American business.
But it could be someone like you, for an example. I'm working as an IT guy at some place, and you're coming to work, but you could be coming to actually just try to get in our system, much like try to get on our facility and try to break in.
Every time I came to work, we got checked with the sensor, like to make sure we didn't have anything on us. And I mean, of course, I mean, this area is really the hot spot for data centers.
But with those courses that you do you still do the basic schoolwork like math, science, and history?
So
like that?
When I first started, that's when I was doing like English, math. I had to do all the bullshit that no one really cares for. But now that I'm like pretty much done, I'm literally doing everything IT based, everything security based, and stuff like that. So
the kind of assignments and projects that you have taken on. I mean, and I know that's like individual work. You're not really. So, have you noticed that it has been challenging? What's one of the biggest challenges that you have had to overcome or currently overcoming?
Linux. That's like one of the hardest, because it's so much to it. There's so much more to learn, and there's so many things you can do about it. And remembering like a certain command, it can be long. It could be like a sentence long. It's crazy to me how people actually remember that stuff. But it's that. But the projects as well. I mean, it's a good way to get your mind going, because you just don't really know your capabilities. Like, you learn it, but you're actually put on the front line to like literally. I'm literally like going through malware. Like, I'm literally on a virtual machine using some type of PCAP, that's what we call it, pretty much just a file in Wireshark that we can literally go through and check all these type of things. Like, all right, this type of malware, you got to search it up. I can find your IP, MAC address, and all that stuff. Like, I literally see like what's going on. So like, if I were to get on Wireshark right now, I can be connected to your internet. I could literally see where you're going on like websites.
What?
Yeah.
Be like,
So it's pretty interesting. I mean,
1,000
actually,
horsepower.
I could show y'all one day. Like, actually, like I think I have Wireshark on here, but
That's a lot
it's
of shit
actually
to
fun.
know.
It's a lot of shit to know,
Yeah.
but it's like actually fun. I actually like enjoy it. When I was like in school at first, I was going for business management, and that was boring as shit. And then I found
I
out
think I
about
remember you telling me
cybersecurity.
that,
Yeah, and ever since then, I've really enjoyed it.
Because that's where the money is.
Yeah, it's that, but it's like
IT.
I feel like I would definitely enjoy it because I've always had.
You've always had a electronic mindset. too.
Exactly. So, anyways, enough about me.
It should be gangster though, because
But yeah.
my mom be working from home sometimes, and I watch her. And
Yeah,
like,
it's interesting.
It's like she works with like on her laptop, it'd be like a black screen with a green,
Yeah, so
the green
she's
coding and shit, and she be. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? She's over here typing a whole nother.
Yeah, you literally can
That's
now
crazy,
do this.
man.
Like she's staring
crazy.
Yeah.
staring at the
Wow.
screen, and she's able to
know what to do.
comprehend that. And
That's
and she's
you're like,
working
that
on
looks-
shit that's not even here. She's working on shit like that's
Yeah,
like another
it's
state.
crazy, man. I mean, one day if you do you know exactly what she does?
No, I'll ask her tonight.
Yeah, ask her what exactly she does, and then
I'll
from
ask her,
there,
I'll ask her right now. Cool.
because I'm kind of curious because she might be like a web developer or like I don't really know.
Oh, that's you, man. I was about to text you.
I think right now.
What's your job?
Probably,
What do you mean? Huh?
Probably with his mom. Maybe she's not developing new websites, right? Maybe, perhaps.
There's so much with coding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if she's coding, she's establishing more barriers for hackers.
And that's one reason why I went to go for cybersecurity because it's not really much of the coding. That's one thing I've like don't really mind, but I can read it a little bit because I've done classes in Java, so like I know a bit of code. But I've made like programs, I made games and like time things. Like I've done things which is pretty cool, but not to the full extent of like actually like creating a. Actually, I've created one website, but that's about it.
And on Bitman with everything currently,
Aye.
that's where it's at though.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Yeah, but I mean, goal is to definitely graduate next year, and I'll be coming back to the podcast like, what's good, bitches?
Damn.
But yeah,
Yeah, man, get that degree.
But does your degree,
framed up.
does your school or degree hook you up with like a
job.
like people who are hiring or?
I mean, I don't think physically. I mean, I think if I talked to like a counselor, maybe they might be able to hook it up. But I've kind of had my, connections out there, speaking to a couple people.
You, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to speak on that now, but you already
Yeah.
know it's good. But hopefully, because next year is a big year for me. I know
Yeah.
that for sure. I got a lot going on.
Facts.
But anyways, let's get up into this topics. We're talking a lot
No, this,
Right.
this
about
is
myself.
He do a lot. He do a lot.
I
He
mean,
do a
yeah.
lot more than us.
I know it kind of seems personal.
Brand just
but
cut grass. I'm playing.
Yeah, I do the simple things.
He
in
be
life.
coding that though.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but now, what's the exact topic you want to get into today? Because I know you put some notes, but
yeah, I have, and I think that what you were talking about is goes hand in hand with what the topic is today, which is basically in life it's inevitable that there's going to be challenges, and getting through it and just talking about the challenges and not keeping it in the darkness but bring it into light. It's interesting to me to learn about how others have dealt with their obstacles, and it's interesting to me and everyone how we can grow through our challenges, how they can be diminished or they can be brought into this new deliverance where you overcame that. And so for example, Drake talking about challenges with school, and I know it was mainly based off IT, but do you think now, Drake, the schoolwork that you've been doing has been the most difficult you have ever faced throughout your education?
I mean,
Or life.
I mean, I could say, because if you think about it, when you're in school, you spend day to day. That's like generally your mind. Like I go to work and I'm like, I need to be off at this time because I need to go to school. Like I need to get my schoolwork done and blah blah. So I'm more focused on my school and working towards my diploma. So it's like that's pretty much a challenge. Yeah.
Sorry.
Diploma. Bullshit. I already got that shit. My degree.
You're talking about high school the whole time.
Because I mean,
feels like I'm in high school.
I mean, all those years in in school, elementary, middle, and high school is all about diploma. So that I can understand how the D and degree.
Yeah. Because honestly, bro, like that's the number one challenge that I faced is school in general. I initially never thought I would be in school, and literally, bro, it's so crazy. I was listening to an old voicemail from my girl from like in 2017.
Damn.
And she was like pretty much talking to me. I guess I got upset because she was like always trying to push me in a way to like, you should go to school. Like, you don't really have a mind like set of what you want to do. Like I see that you're trying things, but it's like, I just want to guide you into success. And I know you're in a time right now that you just don't really know what you want to do, but boom, boom, pretty much just saying like, I believe in you.
That's
like try going to school, this and that. And now I'm here today, like almost done, bro. Like it's crazy to see
passing.
that. That's literally like a while ago. Like that's a while ago, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, how did I just?
Good things take time, man.
And that's my number one challenge and thing is just.
And plus, we're trying to push you to start your own damn photography fucking company.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a lot of things, man. A lot of challenges.
I showed my girl your photos, and she's like, "Why does he not have his own fucking business?" That's just good,
I'm pretty nice.
Put some clips.
I'm pretty nice with the camera. I've always had
nice.
I've always had it, that little skill. So.
And what has kept you from, challenging yourself?
Can I pause this? My mom says she's a systems engineer or analyst / analyst.
Damn.
Yeah.
Systems engineer. She's up
level
there.
4 support or some shit.
Okay. Well, damn. She up there.
Oh, okay. She's like 1 billion years old, so she better be up there.
Yeah, really. Well, damn.
She better be up there.
Wow. It takes time, man.
Yeah, it does.
It's like I was saying, good things take time.
That's what you do.
Do you feel like there was something in your head keeping yourself from wanting to experience, what's it called? Go through like a challenge like that.
Like test your limits more?
Seeking like what you were capable of. What do you think that was just within yourself or just like settling for less?
I think that was really like within myself. I think what really like created me to have that mindset of like, let me test myself. Let me see what I'm about. Because, I'm not saying like people that don't go to school aren't educated, I'm not saying that at all. But I know one thing, like going to school, you're challenged every single day, like you're constantly, kind of moving.
And do you think you formed new habits from when you first started out?
I would say I formed better habits, more in the idea of like, if I'm not doing something, I feel like I need to do something. Like it's like that. That's why like when I have these little breaks, like I'm about to get off this semester, I'm about to be like, I get off work and I'm like,
free
shit.
time,
yeah, I'm like, I could play Fortnite, but I'm like, shit,
Fortnite
maybe I need to do something else.
Yeah, I mean,
Fortnite, out of all the shit you could have said,
little getaway,
a game. Just a,
and for you, Joey, what are some current challenges you're going through today?
Biggest challenge was the military, man. Sorry, I'm getting too excited.
Felt that one.
I'm getting too excited. Yeah, that shit was gangster.
So that was the most
no cap
adversity you have gone through. Was the military?
Adversity?
Yeah. Challenge, adversity, same thing.
So pretty much like that was a big challenge because I don't know if your mind was anyway because
big mental challenge.
Yeah, because it was a big step. You're leaving an area that you lived and grew up in, and you're going to a whole nother environment. So you probably felt kind of weird.
So that kind of also adds a little bit of there's things that go different spectrums. Aspects would be mental toughness and physical toughness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So do you feel like
that's what they
what was the most challenging thing about the Army?
Probably
or
like
you remember like stands out a little bit. It doesn't have to be the most utmost, but like
probably like morale.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, and just like Shit.
So like
It was just
pretty
a
much
lot of shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit.
standing
Can't really
firm,
pinpoint.
for the squad.
Yeah, I guess.
That's
yeah.
morale, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
that's morale.
standing with what you believe in.
Mm-hmm. And just like
So that was a
having the
challenge.
mindset of not giving up at all.
Yeah.
And the willingfulness to risk it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
That's morale, man. Like,
his life's on the line.
And to blast them motherfuckers overseas, man.
man, no, that's definitely like. I mean, in
That was the best part,
a
dude,
humbling
okay.
perspective, Joey.
The-
In a perspective of how we feel like life is
Respect.
there given to us, and it's. But when you think of it like that, where people are going to be could loss of life could happen, and when you think of it that way, you would realize that the morale is going to push you to look after the one next to you.
The morale was up when we were in firefights the whole fucking time. We were like, hell yeah, let's push these dudes,
Yeah.
and we want all of them gone.
It's just the manpower and firepower.
Yeah, it was just so much fun.
And it was like, hoorah! But that's what
That's
Marines.
Marines.
But you know, or what do our army say? Yeehaw! No, I'm just kidding.
They're saying, yeehaw, you're getting shot.
You know, yeah. I mean, you gotta say something. What do you all say? Like, what's
Fuck.
Up? You all just say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably cussing their asses off because they're getting shot at.
Like, there's nothing you have memorized.
There's RPGs flying over us, man.
The craziest thing that I just kind of want to bring this up because I remember this. Like, I remember a time you like uploaded a Snapchat or something. Because this is when Instagram didn't have stories. But you uploaded a Snapchat of you in like the Humvee on the heavy gunner
I still got that, John.
throwing Swedish fish at the kids. There was little kids, like Afghan kids, running up, and it honestly was crazy to see. Like, I watched that jump numerous of times because I was just like, this literally looks like a movie. This man's literally seeing this right now. And to be on the front line, bro, like, that takes a lot of heart.
Yeah. And actually,
it does.
Yeah, and
100%.
speaking of that, they stopped allowing us to do that because another platoon from our company allowed the kids to do that.
It was a setup.
Yeah, it was a setup.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah.
All right,
But, but I was stupid. I'm like,
being in the military, day in and day out on the battlefield, fighting the good fight for our country. That's a challenge that you never forget, and everyone in this country will never forget those challenges and sacrifices.
Facts.
Not,
was fun.
Not just the ultimate sacrifice, which is dying for us. Would you also think that the challenges that you go through currently in the past have improved you as a person? Do you think challenges improve people?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Because
why?
Because you know, with a challenge, it might persuade or not persuade. It might persuade it might push you to a different lifestyle. Because you might be like take us for example. I'm not gonna put no one on blast, but me, you, and Josh. Look where we are.
Yeah.
And look where Josh is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know no disrespect.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
But I think since we had those more challenges, it got our mindset different from high school and college, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
More so for me, for the military, the whole thing was discipline, and without the military, I don't know where the fuck I'd be.
So
Facts.
I'd be dead in
That's
the
how it
ditch.
is. What was the question exactly again? Sorry.
do you think the challenges, like challenging yourself, or the challenges that happen to you,
Yeah.
improve you,
All right.
better yourself?
But yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because, if you don't challenge yourself, you won't get really anything done.
Exactly. You won't. Without challenges, you won't evolve as a person.
Exactly. One thing that I saw on Instagram was Dylan Pyron. He actually put this on Instagram. He said, "Why don't you see Lamborghini commercials on TV?"
I know that one. Yeah.
And it's because
Yeah.
those people that have Lamborghinis aren't sitting down watching TV.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
That,
Like I felt that.
Yeah, right.
Because that's true. Like
That's true. You don't see
you
Lambo
don't-
or Ferrari.
You don't see any of that.
Yeah, you don't see any
Because
Bentley.
this and that, and because they're sitting there challenging
Yeah.
themselves and trying to improve themselves, and that's just how it should be.
And that I feel
So-
like, with that being said, if you have the time to watch
That's a good
TV,
thing,
if you have the
For
time to
real.
watch TV, you have the time to better yourself.
Yeah, it can be hard though.
In other words,
You know?
it's within reach, and there's self doubt. There's maybe these obviously there's circumstances, but
Yeah.
the problems can be brought upon with your own mind, your own feelings. And do you always want to trust your feelings and feel like, you know what, I'm incapable? No, because we're called out for something way more than
Yeah.
that. We're made to be successful,
Yeah.
you know.
But at the end of the day, you just gotta push yourself and believe more in yourself, because if you don't have that belief or that mindset of just being like, let me try this and that, but putting yourself in the situations like Joey putting himself in to go to the military, I'm pretty sure he didn't want to do that, but he chose to because he was like, well, I don't want to go to school, but I've heard a lot of good things about the military, and look, he came out really well, and it's true. If you were to never do that, bro, I don't know what
I don't know
what you would do.
I don't know what I'll be
but
doing.
I don't at the
I'll
same
be
thing.
flipping burgers and Mickey D's.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what I would be doing if I haven't had this,
Facts, though.
pursuing in IT, and I really don't.
Yeah.
We used to be longboarding down Clifton.
Yeah, like it's crazy, man, and that's
It
why
is
it's best to challenge yourself in every given way, and everything you see or might think of, that could just be a sign from God or anyone,
Yeah.
just
and-
to make
and
it happen.
Of course, like when I talk about feelings, sure they're valid, but you want to apply knowledge in order to make that commitment, because to progress is only about the process, and that process is what you make it. You got to trust in that process to make progress. And for me, it's the same with y'all. It's like I was introduced to the military, and I thought that was always cool, especially the job fairs, and
Yeah.
I considered everything, man. Like I kind of got on the ball on the roll with getting my hopes high.
Yeah.
Like this could be something, I want to consider it, but it was the struggle with commitment.
Yeah.
Because once you dive in,
That's a big one.
that's
a big one.
It's the big thing at hand is commitment.
That's one thing I've noticed that you faced, a lot, because I've known you for a long time. The school, you went to school, that didn't work out, and then you were just trying to really get your money, working jobs, that really
exactly.
didn't go, and then military, that didn't really go. I mean, that's just how it is. You're still young, you're still learning, but I know you finally kind of, the older you get, the more you trying to latch on something.
Yeah, I understand.
Hopefully.
I understand that we can benefit off of the things that we put our time in.
It's never too late to join the military, man.
No, like
they have
the reserves.
They have
like,
chaplains and chaplain
I
assistants.
still have my open mind.
His
for
girl
the,
won't be happy about that.
for the reserves. I don't want to
You
go
ain't
full
going
blown.
No, y'all get your
I
money,
don't.
yeah.
I don't honestly like. I would want to, but with everything that I have going on for my life, and her and I's life, us.
Yeah.
Nah, like I won't really be able to, want to like. I mean, of course you can make do, but
Just your mindset.
I'd rather avoid that and
Your mindset, I know.
focus on what I got at hand
Exactly.
and play my cards with my deck.
Exactly, because
The hand that I'm dealt.
Your mindset went in a different path, so you're just like, okay, well, my mind needs to be here more than there, because it would be terrible for you to all of a sudden want to go to the military and just leave your wife behind.
I mean, yeah,
I don't
No,
know.
she goes with you.
I mean, yeah, of course.
She
That's what I'm
could,
saying.
but-
That's what I'm
Could,
saying.
if she
Like,
wanted.
It wouldn't. I don't know.
yeah, we can make do. Like I said,
Y'all get more money than us single soldiers.
Shit.
I know that we will. There's
free
no, there's no excuse. If you gotta make do, just do it.
Yeah.
Applying the knowledge.
But we didn't ask you what has been your biggest challenge
Yeah, for real.
in life, or what the question was in life.
Yeah.
Just being honest and being responsible for the relationship I have with my wife and the family that I chose, being responsible with them and family that I already have. That could be challenging because there's dysfunction. But just being men of integrity can be a challenge, because I literally want to not, like I said about like leaving things in darkness. I don't want to have any secrets. And man of my word, and that requires action. That has been a challenge, and just manning up, because I want to be a boy. I don't want to be someone who just kind of could carry on and be about the things of this world, and pretty much persevering through that, like we all persevere through that. So that's kind of, for me, my biggest challenge. But other than that is also the work I have at hand, which is landscaping. That's challenging. I think everyone's job is a challenge.
For real.
But I wanna be invested where I'm taking that risk, and that requires a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
To be successful, and that's what's on my mind is success. And, yeah, and it's not just mental challenges; it's physical, but it's day in and day out, on the time again. That's my answer for that.
I think like the mental part, the emotional part, mental part is like really what gets everyone. Physically, yeah, you can be drained, especially if you're like a blue collar worker. But mentally, that shit messes you up. Overthinking things. You got so much going on, so much on your plate, so many things you got to accomplish or want to accomplish. Time will come, but it's like when you get older and I don't know, it's just like, not that you see everyone else around, like there's not many people I see, but I'm just saying, it's just like, I feel like our generation, there's so many things that we see that are just like, oh, look at this person, I got so much money, or this and that, blah, blah, and that's what kind of messes up everyone mentally, to think like, I need that, or I need this and that. And that's one reason why it's probably best for a lot of people to kind of neglect a little bit of social media.
That's true, though.
To rest the mind, to be more mentally focused on other things rather than what's on the internet. Because the internet's cool and all. You might read about someone being rich, but why not try to do that for yourself?
It's just like brainwashing you.
It literally is
like a clean
brainwashing.
slate, man. Starting fresh.
Yeah.
Being new with it.
I might do that though. Definitely deleting Facebook after I sell my Mustangs. My Mustang's on Facebook Marketplace.
I'm just trying to get someone to buy it.
I know, right?
Hit them up if you're trying to get a Mustang.
I know, shit. 31,000.
Yeah, really. No matter.
Pack. Boil exhaust.
14,000 miles, right?
Yeah. Actually, no.
13,800 miles. Good condition. Good title. One owner.
200.
No scratches.
Like we could be made new. Like the trials, tribulations, really the storms. Like that's, like I said, is inevitable. But when the new day comes, we could be made new. It's about your mindset. Mindset's everything.
Yeah,
Facts.
It's everything, man. And that's what you can control. You may not be able to control life, but you can control your mind.
Yeah.
And make sure that you got that on lock.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'd be like what you said, like into the common habit trap or addictiveness of social media.
Law of attraction.
And hey, like those people who are successful and wealthy, well off, aren't on TV. There's no advertisements for Lambos and Ferraris because they know or Rolls Royce is the best of the line. And
because people who couldn't afford them ain't watching it.
They're all like, what are they doing? They work, man. Like it's not always a handout. Sometimes, sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes
it can be.
A lot of times, this could be your mom well off, and boom, like. Yeah, I just want to put that out there.
It's true.
It's very true. Like it didn't just happen overnight.
Oh no, bro.
It didn't happen overnight.
No.
I mean, I want to say
Process.
like social media isn't exactly like a brainwash or a trap, because don't get me wrong, like I use social media for the freedom as well, but I also like try to learn things in a way like for photography. I like following numerous of people that take car photography or anything. Sometimes I'll watch YouTube. This dude he's really good at taking photos, and I'll just kind of see because now that I'm able to like whip out the camera more, not only take pictures of my car, I like taking pictures of other people's car. Learn on his car, help him out and stuff like that.
Them joints are good, yo.
Yeah, I mean they're good pictures.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm just saying like next thing is
it's just
guilty photography.
When I say trap, it's because I think sometimes clarity, there could be a lack of that,
a lot of booty.
Or just
clarity.
clarity.
That's what it is. A lot of all these damn TikTok bullshit and like these girls, man. These girls be just.
It's just the lack of purpose. You want
these girls.
You want to utilize platform to get you somewhere.
Angelina Jolie, hook me up.
But it's true, man. Like there's a lot of Instagram when it comes to like females.
Ridiculous.
It's crazy. There's a lot of females on there that got OnlyFans or just like showing a lot of skin and stuff. That's like a man's trap right there. I'm not saying
that's a boy's trap,
to
not
it.
a man, but
that's a boy's trap.
Yeah,
that's true enough.
Because honestly, it's true. That is.
I'd be looking at the car. I'd be looking at the car behind him. I'm like, move.
Yeah, for real though. Like whenever I see, like you brought that up the other day, you were like, when a girl model's in front of the car, I'm like, why are you in front of the headlight? Move, girl. Like I don't want to see you like half naked. I want to see the car. That's like a damn 240 or something, like a BMW.
Yeah, we're geekheads out here.
I know. I'll be like, move.
Like I already
ruined the picture, man.
I already got a damn girl, so I'm cool with that.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm cool.
But I know YouTube be jacking me up sometimes because I talk to Rizzo a lot actually on Snapchat, and we be watching TJ and Dustin.
Yeah.
And Dustin just bought a McLaren. He has like 1 billion cars. And Rizzo and I be chatting. Rizzo and I, he do. He literally do. And Rizzo and I be chatting. We're like, why can't we have what he has, man?
That's a common question.
That's why maybe that's one reason
sense,
why. You see how I was like, honestly, forget fresh cakes, forget them.
Yeah.
Like I'm not worried about them because it just bothers me so much.
It's like
it's annoying.
How can they have all that? McLaren's like a $200,000 car.
I'll tell you one thing though, man.
And all
there's more to life.
Dude.
There's more to life than cars.
Well, it's not just cars. It's their lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle with the cars, but also they have a personality of just really good people. That
the stuff that they do is just like the events that they go to. They get free trips to freaking Taiwan, Japan.
Yeah,
sponsorship,
their businesses and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother level than just like
it's just not just cars.
Yeah,
I feel you.
They started it with cars. That's their main.
I know you got to defend that. I know you got to defend that for real. I agree. I'm there with y'all on that. But
it's just be like it's like damn. I'm over here. I mean, I can't complain. I got an RS3. I can't complain that bad. But
yeah, be quiet.
I know, right? But
can't complain at all, man. Like I feel like there's a lot of times.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
There's not much room for complaints, man. There's not much room for complaints.
Like, I mean, you can
when you were in the army.
I can complain why I don't have $1 million.
With the mental toughness,
but when you get $1 million, you have
a lot
$1 million more.
Exactly.
I think you have a lot of capacity for the toughness mentally.
Oh yeah, no cap. I'm just speaking.
I know. And do you feel like, or honestly, were you complaining? I mean, of course, like it's natural.
Complaining in the military?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! I'd be like, why are we out here in the freaking freezing rain, freezing snow?
Yeah.
I'm up there in the gunner's hatch, my hands frozen to the gun. I'm over here just like, why?
They're like, shoot.
It's like, why did I join the military?
Wow.
Like, why am I here right now?
Yes.
But it's like, well, better than being. I don't like school. I don't like sitting in the classroom being lectured all day.
Yeah, that's just
I'm a hands-on kind of guy. I learn better when I'm hands-on.
100%.
A class of 5 is cool. Not no class of 30.
Yeah.
Just getting paperwork and packets handed out to me and shit like that. Have this essay turned in by midnight. No, who the fuck are you, buddy?
Yeah, that's why. Like, I know what you mean because like when I was getting into the beginning of school, like with English, math, like I'm like I don't care. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, this is good to know, but at the same time, like. I'm trying to get to the real shit.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good
what
to know
I signed
right,
up for,
Exactly.
Did I even sign up for this?
That's the stuff I don't really like because that's here, you need to turn this in by midnight, like 4 paper report, time to enrollment, all that bullshit, double space. I'm like, come on.
But, with all those challenges in the military, I'm good now. I made it. I'm good now.
At the same time, the challenges that you may not like, but in reality, we got to learn how to write. We got to learn how to do some math, even though we don't use math like that, other than to count the bread.
Yeah. So with those challenges,
Yeah.
you go through so many of them you know, the harder they are, you know, the more tougher you will be.
Yeah.
And so within a future situation, it might be a challenge to someone else, but it's not going to be a challenge for you because you've been through worse.
Literally,
Right.
though, yeah.
So you can help that guy be like, yo,
kinda-
buddy, I've been through this exact same thing, man. I
Facts.
got you.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah,
For real, though.
So like another question, which kind of is a good segue, would be: would you rather keep continuing yourself with challenging, with challenges, or would you rather live life easy, like, you know,
Ooh.
like where it's not
like which
it's
one would
not
you prefer?
difficult? Would you rather prefer challenging yourself, or once you have overcome that challenge and you're like, okay, I'm no more, like I'm living the easy life, the good life, or whatever?
I would want to have challenges so you can look back and you can realize that
You can teach
I'm
better.
a boss. I went through all that junk. I can do anything in the world.
And plus, you're like,
Amen.
if you go through those challenges, for an example, I mean, when you have a kid one day,
Thanks.
you're going to have to teach them something, you know? If
Yeah.
you just sit back like, oh, this is how you
So
watch
for
TV,
example,
this is how
like-
you turn on the TV, hold
So-
on. And, you
Hold
know,
on.
stuff like that. You know, it's just like, I feel like we're in this life not only for ourselves, but to learn and then move it on to the next generation. Because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, like us sitting here, one day we're going to have kids and we're going to be in the position where we got to implement our information into their heads
Of course.
and be like, yo, this is what you need to do. This is what I learned. You might go through these stages of not really wanting to do this and that, but there will be a time where you overcome that and decide what you want to do, but don't follow the bullshit.
And honestly, not just for that can be for anyone.
Exactly,
That can be
not
for-
just
can
that.
be
You don't
for,
want there to
you
be
know,
a generational curse.
Yeah.
You rather it be.
That can be for friends.
Oh, yeah,
or
for
that can
friends
be
as
for
well, because-
for freaking neighbors.
Yeah, because you guys, all of us are knowledgeable in
Yeah.
a certain way. You know, like he knows certain things, I know certain things, and you know certain things. So Joey might come to me for something and be like, boom, boom, and I might come to him
Yeah,
for something
I'm
else.
definitely gonna come to you for like editing skills when I make some
so, like,
videos and shit.
And I'm all up for that.
Yeah.
I like helping because first off, you're all my boys, so I'm always gonna help, and I just like helping. That's just the person I've always been, to be honest.
All right. No doubt.
He's
No cap.
Do you feel like life in the past? I'm not talking about barbarian, but depending on how far you want to look back
Back in the day.
to back in the day,
So growing up,
do you
pretty
feel
much-
like the present is easier than how it was back then? Not only technology, okay, because then of course like that has made things.
No,
There's different. That's elsewhere, but
I can answer that question real fast.
yeah.
So is the present easier than like how it was? Pretty much, you're saying?
Yeah, like, do you think life was maybe even like just as good or even better, depending on how they were in their own shoes, their
It's-
shoes?
I would say it's like two sides because, trust me, like, think about it. When you get like the bills and all that
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
you're like, you're like, damn.
like are talking about less like when we were younger or
kids,
say
kids.
So
I would say.
even our ancestors are just like not even related
Oh,
to
like
us, but
thinking like time,
like even 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 300 years ago,
oh shit.
it's hard to know.
400, 500.
yeah.
I mean, I could say that
500.
this life is. I mean, I could say that. I mean, I can't really speak for it because I was never around, but I can assume and hope that this generation or this time is at its best. People might think it's not,
Yeah.
but bro,
Yeah, I mean,
like
We're doing
the
great
technology and everything that's in this universe or this world is just like outstanding.
we got unmanned rockets,
I mean, we got robots,
robots.
I
we got
also feel like
people making Transformers in Japan.
Shit, yeah.
I feel like also that could be
Self-driving cars.
also misinterpreted of relying on technology.
Yeah,
Because
technology
I feel
is
like
a lot.
as well. Like,
artificial intelligence.
I think we all have a
We'll take over the
thirst.
world.
We all have a thirst for, human connection.
It's
Technology sure could be there, but at the same time doesn't feel the same
Damn.
versus
Yeah.
face to face.
Actually, now that you say that,
Now
it
with
makes me think
COVID,
about it.
now with this pandemic,
This nigga right here. This dude right here, man.
I feel,
He's a scant.
Scammed it. I mean, pandemic.
yeah, where now it's even more so where
People are dying,
You're
man.
not even realizing your face or just the person you're talking to over the phone or Zoom call.
I know what you mean. But pretty
I
much
feel like back then it'd be more personal.
It's more face to face.
I like that. I like personal.
Actually, no, that's 100% true. Because now that I do look at it, you know, I was growing up to where technology was kind of like really going somewhere, and I grew up on a little Nextel phone that could only call like a couple people,
Damn,
my mom, dad.
Motorola Razr.
Yeah, so like I grew up on a phone that really didn't have much. You know, we had a desktop computer that was slow as anything.
AOL.
You know, yeah, it wasn't doing really much. So it was just like all the communication, you know, was so like, you know, for an example, it was face to face. Or for an example, I was so happy to be able to take my home phone and talk to the girl I liked. You know, nowadays, little kids, I got an iPhone, I can just iMessage her.
That
It's so
is
simple.
true, though,
I had to
man.
call my
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
I had to call her on her home phone and be like, hey, Mrs. Blah, 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 can I talk to your daughter? You know, like, now it's like, I'm a texter. I won't talk to
Reminds
her.
me of the
Little
Notebook,
kids are
bro.
probably
the movie,
pussies.
the movie The Notebook.
Like, straight up.
Yeah.
Little kids are probably little babies because they
Yeah,
can't talk
dude.
to any girl. They're just like,
Yeah.
I'm a texter.
Snowflakes.
You know, like,
Yeah, dude.
it's not.
Like,
It's never gonna be
they
like that.
are,
then.
dude.
I mean,
Because I be
dude,
seeing
that's
that
the
a
thing
lot.
about
These little
boyhood.
kids be running around with phone. I'm like, how
I
old are you? You got a
think
phone.
as
You
well.
got an iPhone 12.
I think
Facts.
as well would it be the absence of the father,
Back up.
the absence of the father, or I don't know, not just that, but you know what? Instead of me watching over my child, I'm just gonna give him the iPad or whatever it could be, and boom,
Yeah, that's true. That's
Distraction.
true.
and
Yeah.
boom, like they can learn a lot about this off this iPad, but really it could be just giggles and games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can be that. I mean,
Yeah.
there are
It's
like
not-
educational things.
First, it was leapfrog. All right, bet. You know, they learned about math, ABC, don't
Or another
colors, shapes.
This is another thing. I used to cry about not getting the little, you know, when you go into a restaurant as a little kid, you get the little draw thing. You can, you know, draw. I used to get mad
Tic-tac-toe.
if I don't get that. Nowadays, you know,
They don't
kids are
even have
like,
that
I'm
anymore."
crying because my mom won't give you the phone. Like little kids
Yeah.
be like, me, to the phone.
be
And-
stuck to it already at
I'm
that
like,
young age,
they'll
dude.
cry.
Yeah, dude.
Can the parent just give them the phone and then?
And
Then
it's
they're
even,
fine.
it's really even more different though.
I'm like,
'cause
damn. I can give you some
just
uppercuts. I know that.
they're so fresh, you know, with their eyes, their mind.
Yeah.
Their attention span's going to be weakened, or there's other things that go along with that psychology, and
Yeah.
we need to be aware, like what we're keeping, you know,
I-
our children, you know.
Yeah.
This is.
I feel like with the
important.
phones, you know, they're so stuck to it, they don't know what actual reality is.
They don't.
All they see is reality in the phone and the high life and games or whatever in the phone.
YouTube, stuff
If you
like
take
that.
that away, you don't, like, what the hell is
So, like,
going on
for
outside the
example,
world?
when
Yeah.
I brought you back to with improve. Does you think challenges improve as a person? So, like, when we have our phone, it's obviously we talked about distractions before. Do you think we need to bring up our children with the idea of, like, you gotta, you know, earn, you know, what you earn, not just like earn respect, but just like work for what you want.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, like,
They
not
know
just give it
handouts
to
in
them,
here.
or even like keeping your word with them.
Keeping a kid humble.
Like, yeah,
Genuine.
You gotta work for it.
You know, that's one thing. Like, don't get me
Like-
wrong. Like, I got pretty much like what I wanted as a kid, but I never like looked at it like, you know, I never was ungrateful. I never was like and cocky about it.
Or like
you know,
you're expecting them to, like, hey, I only will listen to you if you do this with me, like candy, like
Yeah.
bribery type deal. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
Like allowance. What? Say, for an example, would you ever give your kid an allowance?
Allowance?
An allowance, yeah.
it depends. It depends on the age, I think.
But
or
think about it,
on
though.
who they are. Once I know them, I might want to implement that. Maybe.
That's
I think
a hard
it'll
thing to think
depend
about.
on. I think it'll depend on maybe like behavior for that week, or you know. what I mean?
But think about this though. Why are you paying your kid?
Oh shit.
You know, why are you paying your kid?
Yeah.
In the general, I'm pretty sure y'all grew up and your parents are like, do the chores or
Okay.
do this and that.
They still tell me to do
You know,
I don't even live there no
that's what
more.
I'm saying. It's like, I feel like generally, you know, we should grow up our kids in a way. I'm not telling you how you should, but I'm just saying, like, we should grow up our kids in a way to where it's just like, we're not giving you allowance because
That's
you need to
true,
learn
though.
how to work.
Yeah, that's true,
You need to
though.
learn how to. You shouldn't have never expect anything, and that's one thing
Yeah.
about the United States or just America in general. We
Yeah.
expect a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Expect
true, though.
tips.
That's true.
Like overseas and like UK, they gotta work for tips. They don't just get tips.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
They gotta work for it.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I've gotten waiters where you still give them a tip, but they give you the worst service ever. They
Yeah.
don't care about you, but I still give them some money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, it's very little, but I could say that $1 for a Arizona sweet tea. You know, like.
Sure.
But yeah.
I kind
That's good,
of
though.
I agree, man.
You ain't getting nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing for Christmas too.
It depends on what they're putting in. Like maybe I don't know. Like I do want to know. But at the
Yeah.
same time,
I ain't got no money to give out. I'm broke.
sometimes it depends on financial status. Like in a way, like they don't have a job, but they are in school and they're working very hard. And I can tell the stuff they're putting forth. All right,
Yeah.
might slide them a little something for the birthday, and that could be enough.
I think it's more of something that
I don't know, man. Like
I think what I would
I do want to choose to be more giving.
Yeah. But for
generous,
certain,
but yeah,
I would say this. This is how I would do it. I think I would do it to where I wouldn't give them allowance, but if I know they're going out for the weekend, for an example, I would probably get my kid a credit card. All right.
At what age? Though?
in their name though.
I would give them the credit card, but I would keep it all the time. So for an example, if they're going out with their friends, like going to a movie or whatever, here's a credit card.
Like in high school?
But how
Pay
can
for
they
your
pay,
stuff.
But how
and
can
don't,
they pay for the? How can they pay for the bill?
I'm just saying, like, for an example, if they have a credit card at a young age, I can build them credit. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I can build them credit, for an example. It's good to start a kid young, I would say.
Yeah.
But it gives them that capability of just saying, use this just for that. Don't use it for anything else,
Sure,
and if they're
but
able
how
to
are
pay
they
for
able
that.
to pay for the things that they're spending money on they don't have? Because you want to.
Well, depending on the age, but at a young age, like if they're like 10, 11 years old, can't get a job type deal.
So you're paying for their.
I mean, I'll take
credit
care of them in a
charges.
way, like if they're doing their chores every week and they go out for the weekend, hey, here's some money, enjoy your weekend type shit,
10, 11 on their own.
I'm just saying.
Oh, okay, no.
Yeah.
Think about it. At a
I
young
get you, I
age, you
get
go
you.
to the movies.
Sorry,
I mean,
I'm sorry. I was getting more like factual, but
Yeah, I mean, you can go to the movies, get you some snacks, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just pay it off. $24, $30, boom, pay it off.
Credit being built.
You know? But I'd rather not give them allowance. That's just like, boom,
Yeah, oh, yeah, I feel that.
You know,
I feel
I'm
that,
just
I
saying,
feel
like,
that.
I don't want to make them think that this and that. But when it does come to the time, obviously, when they get a job, it will change. I
But
can't
yeah,
really
shit.
speak for it 100%, but that's kind of like how I'm thinking about it now.
Well, you put some thought into it.
That's good.
Yeah, because if you think
Sometimes
about
better.
it, credit can be difficult for some people to establish. It can be easy for other people, but I feel like if you start a kid young, when they don't even know about credit, and the next thing you're like, oh, you have credit of 700 already, and you just start it,
dang.
it's a
You-
good start
you
for them.
gotta-
You set them up
yeah.
for success, but it can also roll over to them to where, hey, you got this credit card, you got a job now. Now you need to utilize this in a way to where you can make money, but you need to spend this in the right way, Or if you're going to use a credit card, you're going to come to me and be like, okay, what do you want the credit card for? What are you using it for? It's just teach them discipline in a way.
You always have possession of the card until it's their time to.
Until it's the time that
Yeah.
actually is like, all right, you're old enough to take care
yeah,
of your,
that way they're
you know?
not buying things
So they got a
online.
job
They
to
have
pay it
possession
off.
of the
Yeah.
card and they're buying things online.
And that's why I was saying, like,
You buy a Lambo.
that's why I was saying, like, the whole thing of me just giving them the card, like, if they're going out for the weekend, because if they've been doing the chores, if they've been being a good kid, I'll take care of them, But I don't need to give them a check every week to be like, good
Facts,
job for
yeah.
doing the chores.
Kind of, yeah.
I'll
Like-
just do it discreetly. Don't worry about what I'm
Yeah.
doing. I'm paying for your shit.
It's not
I'm not
always-
saying how.
Give 'em like a
And that's
quarter or
not
something.
just that's not always an expression of love. Sometimes materialism could be an expression of love, but also just taking care of
It's my son or my daughter, It's
Yeah.
just, I'm gonna take care of them. My mom took care of me, So it's like it's our job to take care of our kids in a way
It
to be
is.
like,
Yeah,
I got the money. I know you don't. Like you ain't working, so
doubt.
I gotta take care of you.
I know you broke.
yeah.
But it's a learning
Dropping-
aspect.
dropping them off, picking them up.
Yeah, man. And the
We
M3.
got public buses. You better get your ass on that bus.
I took the bus, so you gotta take it.
Yeah,
Nah.
I walk. How our parents be like,
That's cool.
Them adventures that they do to
Dude.
walk to school. I
Yeah.
walk 10 feet of snow. Yeti
mean-
chasing behind me. I'm like, what?
I used to walk to school when I was in middle school. I walked to school every day.
Mm-hmm. Didn't you live like right behind the school?
No,
Oh.
I was close, but I still had to walk like
It
10
was
minutes.
like a quarter
okay.
mile,
Yeah,
kinda, a quarter mile.
yeah, it's pretty interesting. A lot of things happened during that time. Friend almost died and everything.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in that area. That
yeah.
it was an after school program.
Getting murked.
No,
Random about some people?
he got peer pressured. into doing some things he shouldn't have,
my
and
God,
damn near
this guy.
he almost overdosed. Actually, had to go to the hospital. His
Me?
heart stopped.
No.
Not you, fool.
Oh, literally.
I'm looking at Brandon like, what the hell are you
yeah.
doing?
It's not like you're talking about
I
me.
was-
'Cause
No, you never
I
walked to
even
school
brought
with me.
That's hearsay, man. Like
No, I never said that. I was saying you brought yourself into.
No, I
it.
thought you were talking about when I almost got myself concussed. Like I busted my head open on the skateboard.
You said Brandon almost died, and he's like, yeah.
See,
I remember that.
see,
Oh,
that's
wait
the
a minute.
confusion because I was talking about walking to school, and then you talked about skateboarding,
yeah, like after school.
where I used to walk to
I was like,
school.
what are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
I never did that. I never OD'd.
Sorry for the confusion.
Yeah, I know. It's all good. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, I feel like the questions you asked today were honestly really good. You know, get the mind thinking.
I hope y'all were able
Yeah.
to keep up with us and learn from us, and just keep yourself mindful on these things, because it's important to seek discomfort. If you're not goal oriented, you're just not going to progress.
Thanks.
And trust the
Thanks.
process, because you're called for more. You're able to do it and persevere and overcome those hurdles.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, don't be negative.
Yeah, it can be hard to be, you know. A lot of times you can have those weeks or days where you're just like, damn, bro, this shit sucks. Why am I doing this? Like, this is so stressful, but you'll bounce back.
And trust the ones around you, man. Like, give them the benefit of the doubt. Talk to them about it. I'm pretty sure they'll be there for you, just like how we are in the room.
If they
podcast.
if they real with you, they'll be real with you.
Yeah.
No.
Gather yourself around some real
Facts.
triggers.
Facts.
Triggers.
If you're around people who are, you know, goal oriented, you will become
Gang,
goal
gang,
oriented.
gang.
Yeah. Don't be around no
iron sharpens iron.
Yeah. Don't be around no bump. Yeah. Oh, bump gang.
Yeah. Well, episode 14, y'all. You already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe,
Share.
share, show it with your family. I don't know, best friend, girlfriend, dog,
Your goldfish, man.
goldfish, your best friend,
Guinea pig.
the dude that lives under your bed.
know.
I don't care. Like, shit.
Your Yorkie.
Yeah. Everything. So, thanks for joining us today. Boom. Boom.
Water. Life is like water.
Oh.
I'm gonna ponder.
Oh.
Make sure I got the power. Feeling soft like some powder.
Ooh,
I'm
baby
gentle. I'm a versatile. I'm a gentile.
Ooh. Elegant.
Elegant. Relevant. Feeling so elegant.
Uh-oh.
Trying to make my life real relevant.
Damn.
Trying to get this element.
Shit.
Trying to get on my board. It's an element. Element board.
Oh. Oh.
What's in the room?
GG's.
It's an elephant.